Like any man, when he's pushed to his limits, is capable of anything. When someone strikes at the ones he loves, he will take any steps necessary. He's looking for answers, for the truth.
Dad?
There is no walking away from us, Fisher. We made you, we own you, and we always will!
He will stand by his convictions. Who are you working for? Sam Fisher, you know, is dead. The man who played by the rules, who listened to the voice in his ear, he's gone. So watch your back. I can't stop him. No one can.
This is bigger than your daughter. This is bigger than both of us. The people behind this. You can't hide from them.
Who said anything about hiding? What happens next is up to you.
Hi, welcome to Ubisoft Montreal. I'm Dean Evans, game designer on Splinter Cell Conviction, and this is the making of Splinter Cell Conviction. So what we're going to do is take you on a little tour around the studio. You're going to see different departments, you see how the game is being built, and you're going to see some of the ambitions we have for the title. So let's go have a look around.
Splinter Cell 1 was the first one on the market to bring this new genre.
Really define the genre, action stealth. And for us now, it's about taking that genre and pushing it, further.
When we started working on Conviction, we approached it with a lot of respect because Splinter Cell is a huge brand.
I love the old Splinter Cells, but it was time to kind of do something new.
We did our homework. So we replayed all the Splinter Cell games. We played all the other games in the genre.
As I was playing them, I found them to be a lot frustrating. I didn't feel like the guy that I was supposed to be.
Who killed my daughter? This doesn't stop until you tell me.
I used to want them to forget about me. It made sense at the time. I had lost my daughter. I'd seen the agency I gave my life to turn against me.
You lost the target. You lost the target.
They're sure as hell gonna remember me now.
So with such huge ambitions for this title, we need to bring that vision to life. So the mechanics we're about to show you and the different styles of gameplay has made me sleep under my desk for quite a few nights.
With Conviction, we brought this new layer of action.
Stealth games, they can be permissive and they can be spectacular. And how we do that? It's by allowing players to go into an action loop and then come back into stealth.
The gameplay loop that we have in Splinter Cell Conviction is what we call PEV.
Prepare, execute, and vanish.
It perfectly describes the new gameplay that we are bringing forward.
It's not you play stealth or you play action, you play both at the same time.
What we're really allowing you to do now is approach these missions however you want.
This is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, bang, I do it.
If you approach the enemies in a stealthy fashion, you can then be rewarded with the Mark and Execute. Mark and Execute is a new gameplay system that we've created for Splinter Cell. And the core philosophy is basically having the player able to kind of master Sam's skills. Like you have classic scenes in movies when people breach a room, pull the pistol out, bang, 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 3 shots will kill 3 guys. We want the player to be able to experience that kind of thing.
Once we got a playable version of the single player with all our new mechanics, you know, the last known position, the mark and execute, and we started showing it to people, something that was coming up often was, oh, I want to play this in co-op. Are you guys doing co-op? And we were like, yes, we are.
Like, I was just playing the other day, and my friend who I was playing with, he got himself into a chokehold with like an enemy AI, and it made for a very, very tense experience because I couldn't get to him. I was on the other side of a frost fence, and like the only thing that I could do is, you know, in real time is like, you know, take my gun out and you know, try to get the best aim possible for the head. But I knew that if I missed, I'd hit him in the head, and then it would be game over.
We're doing it fast because we want you to feel like a predator, like a panther.
You got Sam moving in such a way that he never moved before. He's just doing moves that are just powerful.
La grosse différence qu'il va y avoir entre les anciens Splinter Cell et le nouveau Conviction, c'est surtout au niveau de la vélocité du personnage, au niveau de sa brutalité. Donc en fait, on a dû trouver un art martial qui vraiment correspondait au personnage et aux situations dans lesquelles on va se retrouver. Donc quelque chose de très efficace, très rapide, brutal et qui n'a pas de règles. Donc c'est le Krav Maga qu'on a choisi pour ça en fait.
Krav Maga is not a big flashy martial art. You know, he's not going to be doing spinning back kicks or anything like that. What he is doing is he's being extremely efficient at taking people down in a fast and effective manner.
Today I'll be showing you the different steps to doing a mocap animation for end-to-end combat. First, we receive data from the mocap studio. It's really raw data, jerky animations, T-poses. Our second steps is basically editing this raw animation, just fixing the jerks, putting contacts, adding the guns, and then as soon as this is done, we get a general idea of what the animation is. And right after, basically you fix all the demands and the animation is done.
Sam is like extraordinarily capable with a pistol. So we've gone to a lot of effort of studying different close quarter combat techniques, different ways of fighting with a pistol. So for instance, our basic stance is actually the center axis relock, like this. It gives you a lot of advantages to be able to fire like this. Continue firing, fire, fire, fire.
The people I once served have become everything I fought against. You don't let that kind of thing stand. You don't let them get away with it. I will stop at nothing to learn the truth.
He's not there, guys!
So you've seen a bit of our mocap process, and sometimes it can get pretty intense. Down at the interrogation mocap sessions, one of the stuntmen took a good fist to the tooth, bang, chipped it out, ping, ping, knocks on the floor. But you know, that's the price you pay for beauty. Speaking of beauty, let's go take a look at the art side of the game.
When you look at it, Splinter Cell 1 was a benchmark when it came out, and Splinter Cell 3 was probably the best looking game of the last generation of consoles. So it was extremely important for us that when we released our Splinter Cell Conviction, that it came out as strong. And we came up with a bunch of things that are super interesting. So the first thing that we have is what we called projected text. So basically what we're doing is we're integrating in the environment in 3D the objectives that we're giving to the player.
Au lieu d'avoir une cassure, d'avoir un scripted event ou une cinématique, si on veut, ben, on a tout intégré ça dans l'environnement.
You want Coben. Andre Coben. He drove the car that hit her. He's gonna kill me.
Concept art is really important as it gives the artist all elements needed to create a level, such as textures, lightings, and special effects. First, you start with modeling. This includes all objects that will be required to produce a map and later be integrated in the engine. Then, the textures that define all material are produced and applied to the base model. Thanks to our light and shadow feature, we integrate a dynamic light system into each map. As you can see here, the shadows are moving interactively in real time. All these elements combined gives us the final look of the game.
We wanted to have a unity of time and location because we find that that makes it a lot more personal for players. It's more interesting story-wise because the events are unfolding a lot faster. So Washington was a very interesting location for us because it's the heart of the United States. It's also a very interesting location for Sam Fisher, being part of the US government.
The idea that Sam is facing his former agency home was very interesting from a character perspective.
So I'm going to show you guys how we do our character creation. First off, we start off with a concept, Sam Fisher, to get the feel of what we wanted. And once that's done, we create the base mesh, which is a low resolution one. And when that's done, we go into ZBrush and we start adding details. So the first step that we went through for ZBrush would be something like this, where there's pretty much nothing. And then we go in, refine, put more details to finally get something that has a lot more detail, so the pores. And once that's done, we texture it and we bring it into the engine, which would look something like this.
Sam will still use gadgets. His situation has changed now. He's left Third Echelon, so he's on his own. So you'll find a couple of gadgets that he'll improvise in the gameplays. We still have gadgets where he'll be able to disrupt lights, like the old gameplays. But the realization this time around is a lot more action-based, so you'll have EMP grenades and EMP devices that'll help you really create a path of shadows. Like the previous Splinter cells, but with a 2009 special effects turn on it.
Alors sur Splinter Cell, on a essayé de rendre les SFX impressionnants, omniprésents, et je vais vous montrer un SFX en particulier pour qu'on voit comment ça se passe un petit peu. Donc là, il s'agit de l'explosion. Ça, c'est en mode filaire, on voit bien tous les quads, la façon dont ils évoluent dans l'espace. Et par exemple, on peut isoler un des sprites pour qu'on comprenne qu'en fin de compte, un effet spécial, c'est vraiment une composition de plusieurs textures animées, de plusieurs éléments, de plusieurs sprites. Et c'est la composition de tout ça qui va créer la sauce et qui va créer le dynamisme de l'explosion.
So as you can see, audio and sound is a big, important part of the game. And in Splinter Cell, we have over 17,000 lines of dialogue, which is about how many hours overtime I've done.
Au niveau du son, ce qui fait que Splinter Cell est un des meilleurs jeux dans son genre, c'est qu'il y a une équipe qui est très solide qui travaille sur le projet. On a plusieurs personnes, des sound designers dédiés, des programmeurs audio, des gens qui font du follet à 100% sur notre projet. Mais on a aussi une vision très technique de l'audio sur le projet. Et on s'est rendu compte qu'une des approches qui pourrait améliorer grandement la qualité des armes dans le projet, c'est de jouer premièrement sur les perspectives, c'est-à-dire d'avoir, dépendamment si le garde qui tire dessus est très proche, moyennement proche, ou extrêmement loin. On a des sources sonores qui sont différentes et qui simulent en fait la distance du combat. Ça va être aussi avoir un traitement pas tant réel au niveau de la réverbération de la pièce, mais plutôt pré-rendre des effets sonores comme un espèce d'immense hangar ou une cathédrale ou une grande pièce. Là, on va comme pré-rendre l'effet de réverb sur les armes.
The voice acting in Splinter Cell Conviction is the approach that we're taking is a little more reality-based, more organic and natural sort of acting, non-acting, just speaking, you know, that kind of thing.
Hey, asshole. Remember me?
We're in Los Angeles and we're getting ready to do the first voiceover session with Sam Fisher. So as soon as he opened his mouth, I got chills. I was like, shit, man, that's Sam Fisher in that booth.
I have a message to those who stand in my way. Pray.
It's good to be back.
You don't get to talk about my daughter.
The whole story seems to be more dense. It's more human. The relationships seem more human.
I need to know about my daughter.
I caught myself actually when we were doing some of the dialogue, especially around Sarah, my daughter, and stuff like that, that it got a little emotionally richer than I'm used to. I can usually tell when something's organically connected. It sort of drops somewhere into the center of the chest and stuff. There are always nice little surprises when that happens.
Who knows about Sarah? Who knows about my daughter?
And it was also the first Splinter Cell that used real orchestra, like we were here today at Warner Brothers Studios, recording a real string section for the game.
We decided quite early to have only strings for the orchestra, electronics and percussion. So that gave a kind of signature sound from the beginning, and then Kevin and Michael had added some specific instruments to certain maps.
Some of the fun ones like Malta, which is the opening map, we ran over to the store and bought a ton of percussion and just started like, okay, throw up a mic and let's start playing percussion, and all right, we stacked it on top of this, and then let's grab the trash can and beat the trash can and grab a guitar and bow it with a violin bow, and really just trying to create some unique sounds to tie into everything.
Yeah, it's kind of experimental.
I think they achieve a real good blend of electronic and the string section, which for me is a really, really good achievement, because I think it's something very tough to produce.
Et tout va être accordé en fait en fonction de la musique. Donc la musique drive un petit peu le tempo du jeu. On va essayer de synchroniser, les animations à ce tempo-là. Donc on va essayer par exemple d'avoir des coups de poing qui tombent au moment du temps fort de la musique. Donc ça va donner comme un ensemble d'ensemble harmonieux et puis réaliste.
Park. Yes. Did you know that most of the secondary cast of this game are named after Montreal Expos baseball players? Not that I really care. I'm not a big fan of baseball. Not my sort of game. This is my sort of game, so let's play.
This is a part of my job I love very much. Making sure that everything works. And I do mean everything. So much work was done on this game. As you can see, the projections, it's a 3D text, it's pretty cool. We've integrated the actions right onto the objects. There's a lot of different things to test to make sure that they work fine. Every little thing that could make the experience less enjoyable for the people at the E3.
We are going to LA for E3.
All remaining customers, please board now.
Rehearsing, and rehearsing. Until my fingers bleed. We're gonna go to rehearse for the Microsoft press conference.
The game is ready already. Pretty nerve-wracking, I'll tell you. There's a lot of people there, the place was packed.
Splinter Cell Conviction!
Avec un special guest.
We're gonna see Splinter Cell first. So I know, look at her.
And watch this. Again, super cinematic, a little slow-mo, you see the guy die.
Oh, that's great, that's great. All movie angles too.
We're trying.
Really
We're trying.
good, really good filmic angles. Will you send me one?
We will.
Okay.
I'm sure someone at Ubisoft will do that. Wow.
Good stuff.
Conviction is the best game ever.
I think we've got a really good presence this year at PAX. There's always like 30, 40 people that are there watching the demo, so that's great. I also did the panel last night. You know, for half an hour, I explained what was the core vision of the game to like, I think there was like 5,000 people.
Achievement unlocked. Talk in front of 5,000 people. Yes.
So that's the end of the making of. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed the game even more. See you online for some co-op soon. Hi. Hi. What the fuck? Hi, I am Dean Evans, game designer on Splinter Cell Conviction. Convection?
And action.
Hi, welcome to Mon Mother.
Walking around Ubisoft, for example, I'll walk around, I'm completely invisible until I'll say, "Could I have some hot water for my tea, please?" And then you'll see everyone kind of stop and go. You know, they all start nodding, and it's like I realize they've all been doing strange things with Sam Fisher for quite a while.
I don't mean to be doing this, Sam. I'm sorry. Wasn't me, I didn't do it.
I like it.
Hiya, I'm an animator and a man-me. Let's go. Okay, my name is Val Gauthier. I'm an animator on Far Cry 2.
It's okay. Everything will be all fine. People staring at me. It's because of these looks, that's what it is.
Salut. Non, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je dis bonjour ou...
Is that an actual question or are you making that?
Best sound designer in the world here.
Oh shit, so sound, it's late. Headphones, skulls, sunglasses, good times. As you can see, or hear, or not hear. Robin Hood, fantastic guy, had a few friends. What's this shit? What are you doing? Are you trying to tell me something? So, audio, very, very important part. And he looked across at her. She had a beautiful face, a lovely face, a sexy face. So yes, hockey is apparently a really big sport over here. Not that I'm particularly interested in it. It's just like football on ice with less players, but that's fine. So there's the making of. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoy the game, and I hope you enjoy my little cut on my nose. Sorry about that. Hopefully see you online for some co-op soon. Take it easy.